Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Anne Manera. Welcome to today's live color along. So we are live this morning, coloring once again from Volume 12, Color Along Variety Coloring Book Volume 12. Excuse me. And we're almost done with this book. So today's color along was originally scheduled on a different day, and I scheduled it for today. So hopefully everyone is able to catch it. Today's color along is all about layering colors, and the page that we're coloring this morning is this page that's from Abstract Twist Coloring Book for All. And I'm just going to take you through kind of a very simple way to kind of layer the colors and kind of mix some colors, create new colors. We're going to wait for everyone else to get here because I'm sure that there's more people that are ready to that are still on their way. And I'm using some colored pencils, and I've got some smooth jewel gel pens. Scarlet and Pigs will say hello. So, hey, Cheryl, Melanie, and Judy, thanks for joining me this morning. Karen's here with us also. Let me just get the dogs settled so they are quiet while we wait for everybody. And we'll get started in just a couple of minutes. I know, Paisley. Okay, we've got the doggies settled. How is everyone this morning? What is new? Can you believe it is October next week? I can't even believe it's going to be October next week. I just can't even believe it. I also want to show you these really cool watercolor paints that I got from Speyer Farben, our friends at Speyer Farben. And I'm going to use, I'm not going to use them today, but I'm going to use some colored pencils. I've got my marker Raffines, and I have some Crayola colored pencils. So I thought I would use some Crayola colored pencils today because it's not all about the expensive stuff, right? But check out these cool watercolor pencils that Speyer Farben has now. This adorable little box, and they come in this little tin with a little handle on the back of it. So you can just kind of slide your finger in there and hold on to it while you're painting. And they open up like so, and then here's all the little little cakes of paint. And this actually comes completely out, so you can wash that whole thing, but you can use either sides of this as your palette for mixing your watercolor. So pretty cool, isn't it? And I'm hoping that they're going to do a giveaway of these during coloring camp. That would be very, very exciting. So I'm excited about that. So what I would also like to do this morning is take a look at the camp book, talk about camp, because we're getting closer. I mean, we've got a little more than 2 weeks before camp begins. 2 weeks from Sunday, I believe, right? 2 weeks from Sunday, and we are going to be working on our fall 2019 camp book. Can't believe this is the 5th camp session. And take a look at this awesome schedule that we have here. On day one, we're going to be taking a look at water-soluble crayons with the watercolor effect, and then we're going to be doing stained glass. We're going to draw a mandala this time around at camp. We're going to tackle cubism, grayscale photographs, leaves, and impressionism on the last day. But the coolest part about coloring camp is not only the tutorials, not only the community of everyone getting together, but also the giveaways, because every day at coloring camp there is an opportunity to win something, whether it's something from either one of my books, paintings, or some sort of something from me, or something from other artists. So a lot of other artists have gotten involved with coloring camp, and they're sort of like our sponsors, I guess, for coloring camp. And Dawn Boyer, Nola Hinsel, Jeanette Wummel, Xenia Zilli are all giving away coloring books. I'm giving away a coloring book also. We've got some paparazzi jewelry that will be given away. Black Widow Pencils is giving away 3 sets, not just 1, but 3 sets of Scorpion pencils. And Melody Jones is creating a custom homemade journal for us all to have the opportunity to win. Plus, I've got a couple other people that I'm still waiting on confirmation for whatever they need to send me. They have until tomorrow. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited about this go around of camp. And here's just some of the pages that we've got going for camp. Any brand of coloring supply can be used. There's a list inside the book. To get this book and to sign up for coloring camp, you need to go to Amazon, purchase the book for $19.99. Send me proof of purchase. It could be a picture of your book in your hands, and that will get me will give you access to the coloring camp group. And then every day we meet at 10 a.m. to about 11:30ish. Sometimes we end at 11, sometimes we end at 11:15. But I've set aside that whole 90 minutes for us to be together each morning. And for 7 days, we're together for a live color along. So it's a lot of fun. If you've participated in camp before, I'm sure that you can attest to how chock full it is. Don't you think, Cheryl, Melody, and Judy have all participated in camp? I think everyone can agree that it is chock full of information. The other thing that's happening in October is just like coloring month, you know? Hey, good morning, Julie Rhodes. Thank you for sharing this, Melody. The other thing that's happening in October is we've got volume 13. I can't even believe that I have 13 volumes of this. Honestly, I just cannot even believe it. Volume 13. This is do you realize this color along book, I was just thinking this morning, is going to take us into the next decade. I mean, think about that. When you think back 10 years from now and you think to yourself, what was I doing when the next decade of the 2020s came around? What happened? You know, it's like remember like the 1920s? This is going to be the 2020s. When we rang in 2020, we're going to be working on volume 13. So, volume 13 begins on October 14th, and we are working on this until January 2nd. And during coloring camp week, we will not have color alongs from this book, but look at the stuff that's happening in this book. Chalk pastels, pointillism, textures, cubism, crayons and oil. We're going to be taking a look at a few different artists like Mondrian and looking at pop art and Impressionism. We're going to take a look at Andy Warhol and apply it to a coloring page. Gel pens, bolding, tie-dye, tea-stained pages, stained glass, oil pastels, what else did I say? Warm colors. We're going to be tackling doodling, blending and shading with colored pencils. There's a lot of information. Just a number 2 pencil. There's a lot of information in this book. There's going to be a lot to learn. If you have never ever signed up for color alongs and purchased the color along books, this would be the book I would say to do it. This is going to be our lucky 13. What do you guys think? Hey, Chris. This is going to be the lucky 13. There's a lot of information in this book. So October is action-packed, and I hope that you can clear your schedule and follow along on what is happening for October. Take a look at my Facebook page, and you can print out the calendar that I have for October, and you can see what is going on and what is happening next. And hey, Jean Bellinger, and where everyone and what we're about to learn, because it's just got a lot of stuff. There's color alongs for Dawn Boyer in October. I've got a fall wreath craft class happening on October 19th that anyone can join. If you're interested in that, go to my website. You can sign up for that. If you're part of the Colorist Academy, then you get that anyway. I've got my painting membership happening. We actually are meeting for the next 3 weeks in a row. We're meeting tomorrow, and then we're meeting on October 5th and 12th, just how the calendar fell, you know. So the first thing that I'm going to do is talk about how to layer these colors. You know, layering colors is similar to blending colors and mixing colors, but what ends up happening is you can layer with mixed media. You can layer with pencil, marker, you can layer with pencils and gel pens, you know, the whole shebang, right? Hey, Marty. So I'm going to start out with this Faber-Castell Art Grip Aquarelle pencil. And this pencil is actually a watercolor pencil, but I use it dry. And I'm going to just color this whole area that's in between here, this whole like in between space. It's a bigger area with this yellow color. How's my lighting today? I've got a new crazy camera set up here, and I'm hoping that it's going to be better. It feels better. It's much better now. So I've got this yellow color, and I'm laying this color down first. So, and then what will happen is as I get moving on this, we can add some gel pens to this. We can add some markers if we need to. I don't know if I need to get up, though, for the markers. I may have to. We don't want to have that happen. And then what ends up happening is it mixes it. So let's start out with this whole area first. So we've got this whole area first with our yellow. And let's put some yellow back here, too, onto this left side of this little doodads page. This page is from my book called Abstract Twist. I was hoping I could show it to you this morning, but I don't have a copy of this. I think that, I don't know why I don't have a copy of this. You know, I think it was from last year. Last year we did Secret Santa with Anne Manera. Has anyone ever participated in that? Secret every year for the past, how many years have we done? How many years has it happened? Melody. The lighting's good, isn't it, Chris? Lighting's so much better. Is it my camera? What do you think of my camera angle? Isn't that better too? I've been trying to improve my camera angle. Improve my ways. What do you think? Now I'm going to take a blue Crayola pencil. This is just called blue, appropriately named, right? Just blue. And I am just going to kind of color in the corners. So I'm layering it, blending and shading. So layering on top, maybe you don't want it to really kind of blend, but by actually putting this on top of it, there's my next layer. It's giving us some different variations or gradations of green, and that's all I'm going to do to it. I'm not going to go crazy blending it. I'm not going to make it blend so much that it's going to become green. I just want to see what happens when we put color on top of color. So you could also think of this as an experiment. Color along, an experiment to play around, you know, with different things. Chris participated in Secret Santa. Yeah, I think we're gonna do it again. I'm actually in the process of deleting the group from last year, so that's been kind of a project. Just deleting the names. You have to delete every single name individually, and if you go too fast, we all know what happens when you go too fast on Facebook, right? You can get put on Facebook vacation. I don't need to be on Facebook vacation. So look at how that just kind of layered it, right? It really didn't blend it, but it's just kind of on top of it. And it creates kind of a gradation of color. A gradation of different colors, that type of thing. And you can use any medium for what we're doing today. So now we've got this yellow there as our background. Now let's take this blue aquarelle, this blue Faber-Castell. I'm just going to give it a quick sharpen. People think I should have a t-shirt that says that. Hey, Dawn. Dawn, we're painting again tomorrow. But for the life of me, I cannot remember what we're painting. Do you remember what we're painting tomorrow? I guess I could look, right? Cannot remember for the life of me what the heck we're painting. Did I put it? I hope I put something up and haven't lost my mind. So I'm just giving this a background color, kind of a base color of this blue. And then we'll go on top of this with another color. So I am working on my coloring handbook, volume 2. And you know what? It's got so much more information in it than the first volume. Different information. There's going to be some information about how to add some doodles to your coloring pages. There's going to be kind of a little tutorial about how to draw some flowers. There's going to be another tutorial about, I don't know, something about another how-to type thing about like adding something. It's got a section about creativity, which I'm really excited about because I'm excited to share all of that with everyone. It's got some creativity exercises. Oh, we're doing those birds, the orange birds. Oh, one of my favorites. Forgot all about those birds. Thanks, Dawn. Yeah, one of those are the crazy ones. Those crazy birds. I've been trying to stay ahead of the game. Are you going to be live with us tomorrow, Dawn? That's a stupid question, Dawn, because you always do. But watch you say no though today. All right, now I'm going to take this this yellow Smooth. You ever see these pens? Smooth Jewels. I don't know if they're on Amazon yet or not, but very cool. And I am going to kind of add this to the corners. Just in the little, see where the little crevices are? Kind of the nooks and crannies. Think of this page reminds me of an English muffin. I don't know why, but these little things remind me of English muffins, little doodads. Imagine a whole book of these. Like these little lines here. All those little things. Could you imagine just coloring those little things? What do you guys think? I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Some people just like to color little like shapes like that. Like not really anything. You just kind of make it, I don't know. You just kind of make it like, just to kind of fill the space with color, right? Just to kind of, as a mindless type thing. I have too many book ideas in my head, you guys. I don't know. It's too many book ideas. I really need to just kind of focus on getting my Color Along Handbook Volume 2 finished and just get through October and not really do too much in October because it's packed, right? The schedule's packed for October, but it's going to be fun because I got to tell you, no matter what is happening in life, and I bet a lot of you will agree with this, that no matter what is happening in life and no matter how crazy life can get or how stressful life can be, when I am involved in a Color Along, it all melts away. Does anyone else feel like that? Hey, Jamie. Does anyone else feel that it just kind of like goes away? I don't know what happens. It just is like, it's our escape, I guess. So I've got this red now. Again, my Faber-Castell Art Grip Aquarelle. I really like these actually. The pigment on them is really awesome. And they're great for watercolors too. But a lot of watercolor pencils, you can just completely use them dry. You don't have to always use water with the watercolor pencil. Be a rule breaker. Be a rebel. Surprised Alice is not here, actually. I don't know if she's here or not today. Is Alice here with us this morning? Thank you, Jamie. Jamie says she loves Color Alongs. It's so relaxing. Scarlett and Paisley. Did you guys see? Did you all see Scarlett and Paisley's photograph? I entered them into a photo contest. So many of you voted. Thank you for voting for them. And I don't even know what we win. I think we win a cover. I think they get their name, their photo on the cover of a magazine, but. I looked at the entries last night. There's some dogs that have like 50,000 entries. I'm like, how am I ever going to compete with that? That's crazy. So I don't know. But thank you for voting. Right now they are having frozen yogurt. That's their new thing. I buy little cups of yogurt for them and I freeze it and then they go to town. So that's what they're doing right now. They're over there they're in the corner there just dealing with their frozen yogurt. Let's take some yellow on top of this. This is a good exercise too to kind of say, okay, well, what color will that make if I put that on top of it? Nice, kind of an experiment, you know. Sometimes you have to color something just to kind of test, don't you think? Just to kind of experiment it and not experiment with what's going on and not worry about the outcome, not worry about it looking good. Just to kind of learn something. Now look at that. Isn't that cool? That really made a nice bright orange. And then I think I'll actually add a little bit of yellow on top of this too. Another layer. Hey, Laurel. Laurel's saying hello. How are you, Laurel? Color Alongs are my way of getting away without going anywhere. Thank you, Chris. I really appreciate that. I can't imagine. Yeah, Scarlett has one too, Judy. It's on my Facebook page. They are eating. Melody's asking, is it a certain type of yogurt? No, you know what I bought them? I bought them Yo Baby. Do you ever have that? You ever buy Yo Baby yogurt? It's the little cups. It's by Stonyfield. And I buy it for myself sometimes, but they love it. So I bought them Yo Baby yogurt. And this is kind of like a turquoise color, I guess. And I took the cups, which is a small cup, but it's not that big of a cup. And I put it in the freezer. And now that it's frozen, I just give them the whole cup. And they just lick it. And they eat it. They love it. I think I gave it to them maybe about right before I started, right before I went live. And it probably lasted about 20 minutes. And now one of them is done and wants the others. Does that sound familiar or what? What happened, Scarlett? She took yours and now you want it? Well, you finished. Right? I don't like the one that, you know, the frozen ice cream for dogs? I think that it makes them sick. But they seem to love it. I usually buy them, I usually buy Greek yogurt and I give them some of that. They're not spoiled, right? Jamie says, you can lay down a color, called Yo Baby by Stonyfield. It's just that it's small. It's supposed to be for kids. You can lay down a color or highlight it and color over, especially yellow. If you color different colors over yellow, it makes it look so much different. You know what? Thank you. That's a good idea, Jamie. Let me see if I have some. I don't know if I have a highlighter, though. I thought my highlighter was how you say? Out of ink. I have a pink highlighter. Can I do it with pink? What do you think, Jamie? Yeah, I don't know what I did with that one. See what happens if I use that. I'm gonna use a hey Rhonda. I have to say hello to Rhonda. Did you guys know that once the color along is over, when you watch the replay, did you know, I'm using a yellow shop, what do you call it, Bic market on here. Did you know that when you watch a color along, when you watch the replay, it pops in closed captions? Did anyone know that? It's a new thing now. I wish there was closed captions as I was live, though, but there's not. So, Jamie, what should I do? Should I put the color on top of it? I'm going to use that pink highlighter, I think. It's like magic, isn't it? Do you remember when I first started coloring books in 2015, it was all about only using Sharpies and markers, and that was it. And there wasn't really that much involvement with different types of coloring supplies. I'm going to use this orange color, Jamie, and then I'm going to pop that pink over it. I think it would kind of look cool. But I want the graininess right there, you know? I want to keep that graininess. Did you guys all see my custom coloring books for featuring a dog? Did you all see that? You know what? I've done so many of them already. It's unbelievable. And I was just looking at the calendar and I said, I need to put another post about this because people need to get, if you need that for a Christmas present, you need to get it to me soon so I can get everybody's, because I have a couple that I'm working on right now. But if you want to have your dog featured in a coloring book, you can take a look at my Facebook page and it's on there. The only flavor of yogurt is vanilla that my dogs eat. They like frozen peanut butter flavor. Julie's saying. Yeah, my dogs like everything. The more expensive the yogurt, the more they like it. You can lay it down first or after. If you lay it down first like you're doing a background, it hides the white so you don't have to layer, and also adds depth. Okay, Jamie. Jamie's giving me the scoop about this. Okay, so I'm going to go with this pink. Let's make sure it works, though, because that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? I'm just going to kind of do, like, the edges, like, in the crevices here. And then as I get further away, I'm going to kind of, like, feather it out. You're looking for the Coloring Academy. The link, Judy, if you go to my website, you can, I think it's under Learn. It is. And then you have to click on Memberships. Do you want me to get you the link, Judy? See, this is already running out. Look at that. Let me see if I can get you the link, Judy. I'm gonna pop it here in the comments, though, if that's okay. This way I'm not so confused. Because, you know, it's hard to, like, do a million things at once. Right, Scarlett? Scarlett agrees with me. I can tell you do, Scarlett. What other color should we use next? How about some of this blue? I'll use this color right here, this blue color. Okay, let's see. I'm looking for that membership for Judy. I found it, Judy. I found it for you. So just adding this blue color. Now, if I add some green in the corner, it's going to make it turn green. So a nice experiment. Or if I add red, it'll turn purple. There we go. Just kind of fill in this whole area. And again, this is just a Crayola pencil, which is a little scratchy, right? Because the lead is a little hard. But you know what? They're cool. Cool to use. All right, I'm going to use a little bit of this yellow gel pen again in my corners, the nooks and crannies. Just kind of the nooks. And if it's actually kind of picking up a little bit of the, like where the white is, you can kind of see it a little bit, see it better through the white, where the white is through the color. Kind of like the gradation though. Not everything has to be completely solid and completely opaque. It's okay to have some white shining through. It's okay to have some light shining through, or some, you know, makes it kind of look like a little bit of a texture. Or, you know, as they say, the texture. Kind of make it a little scratchy so we can kind of see it a little bit better. And then maybe, and then I'm going to add a little bit of this red. This is just kind of like our basic red here. And I'm just going to kind of add it in this direction on top of the blue. So it almost has a little bit of a scratchiness, a little bit of a texture that's created with that line, but just kind of layering on top of each other. This book, Abstract Twist, has all pages that are similar to this. I don't have a copy of it, though, as I said earlier. As I stated. All right, I'm going to get this other deeper red next. Here. So the October color-alongs are kind of jumbled up on a lot of different days, you know? So I almost feel like it would be easy to say, these are the days that I'm not doing a live video, than it would be to say, these are the days that I am. But just make sure you take a look at that calendar. And Monday's Wednesday next week. Next week is Monday, Wednesday, because we're finishing up this book, Volume 12. And then the following week, we're finishing up Volume 12 once again. And I think we meet, see if I can find it. I can't even find it. I can't get it. I think we meet on Wednesday on that week too. Oh no, next week, I'm sorry. Next week is Monday, Friday. Next week is Monday and then Friday. Because we have to go to the dogs have to go to the vet. They would much rather stay home and do a color along, but you know, duty calls, right? Color life gets in the way. Jamie says Mary Hannah is posting like crazy and all about layering colors group. I've got 9 notifications the past 10 minutes. In all about layers coloring group. What do you mean all about coloring, all about layers? I'm so confused. I'm so confused, Jamie. What are you talking about? You mean in the event page? Where is she posting all of that? Mary Hannah, are you here? I don't know, Mary Hannah. Mary Hannah, is Mary Hannah watching us today? Are you coloring? Are you watching with us this morning, Mary? Maybe she's sharing it. I don't know, Jamie. I'm confused. Now I'm confused, Jamie. Doesn't take much lately. How about, do you ever have days like that? I've had a week like that. I've had a week of it doesn't take much to confuse me this week. How about everyone else? Oh, isn't it crazy? All right, this is my blue color. Someone is cutting the grass outside my window right now, and that's all I can smell is grass through a closed window. Okay, so we've got all of this blue all sectioned off there, and then I'm going to go back in to this area again with my my yellow, and I'm going to go on top of it. And by popping it on top, it will change this color to green. So another layer of color there. And I mean, when you take a look at this, it's like we've already look at the color palette we've created. And I'm not going to make this very solid because I kind of want to see the blue through it. So it'll create a little bit of a texture through it. I didn't get a notification that you were live, but it showed up somewhere that you were live. You know what is, you're confused too, Jamie? You know, there's a thing on my video that says turn off live notifications or turn them on. Oh, now it says turn on notifications for this post. I never saw that before. Hey, Doreen Johnson. That is so crazy. I've never seen that before. Your brain's taking a vacation, Chris. Yeah, I think my brain needs a vacation. That's what it needs. Not even that it needs, that it's taken one. I think it just needs one. You know? All right, now let's see what happens when we get involved with all of these zigzag type things. I'm just going to use this blue color, which I think it's called turquoise. True blue. Reminds me of that song, Lavender Blue, from Lady and the Tramp. Does anyone know that song? Remember when I was learning how to play the piano, that was one of the songs. I won't sing it for you, but I can see my fingers playing the notes. So I'm using a much more heavy pressure for this zigzag thing right here. And then I think I'll go with this red color for my next zigzag. Again, heavy pressure. Kind of popping that color down. You know, these are Crayolas, right? Look how easy that is going on. Nice and easy. I'm not going to layer on top of this red, though. just to kind of give it some contrast. So what is everyone doing today after this color along is over? I am cooking a bunch of stuff. I'm not really sure what I'm going to cook, but sometimes I go on like a cooking kick. Possibly eggplant. We have to see. Okay, there's my red. And then maybe some purple. Purple would look good, right? Add some purple to maybe this one. Oh, that looks good. Jamie says, I love Lady and the Tramp. Sing a line for us. Oh, no, I can't sing a line for it. You know, that Lavender Blue song. I don't really have a very good voice when it comes to singing, Jamie. I think it's one of those voices where you kind of like put oven mitts over your ears when you hear it. I'm not a singer. Maybe like when I'm alone, I can like belt out a tune, but... Rhonda, I think Anne is the fastest colorist. The world's fastest colorist. Not the fastest, the world's. Yeah, I don't know what happens to me. It's crazy talk. It's like filling in the line. I don't want to take too long. Gotta get it out. All right, now we've got that all set. Zigzag, zigzag. Kind of looks like lightning, doesn't it? Kind of looks like a little bit of lightning. And then I've got this zigzag here, which I think I'm going to go with yellow. Because that looks like it could easily be yellow between that red and that green. Do you think I'm the fastest colorist? Maybe we should have a color off. Not a color along, a color off. It could be like could have like a coloring race. Wouldn't that be funny? Could set a timer. It would kind of be like a hot dog eating contest, but but it would be like a pie eating contest. It would be like a color off. See who can color it the fastest. Who can get it? Who can get everything colored quick like lightning. All right, let's jump in with these. I'm gonna go with this blue color. I'm gonna take them out of the package here. It's bugging me. And then I'm gonna go with this section here. And I'm just going to kind of add some blue to all of this. You know what I don't color fast with is gel pens. Maybe that's what the problem is. I don't really use gel pens very much. I think they're annoying sometimes. Does anybody else have that feeling about gel pens? She is fast. She colors Zennia's pictures fast the other day, and it took me a couple of hours. Did you think that I wasn't going to get that finished, Jamie? You know what? Here's the thing. Who feels like watching me color for 2 hours, right? You know, after about 45 minutes, I start to see people dropping off. For those of you that stick with me the whole time, then thank you very much. I appreciate it. But really, in all honesty, it starts to see like drop off after about 45 minutes. So, I don't want to like color for like hours. Plus, I want to finish it so you can see the finished product. You know, one time I watched a color along and somebody was coloring leaves and it took them like a whole hour to color one leaf. And then the next time, and then they said, okay, we'll be back next week for the next leaf. I'm thinking to myself, the flower is going to grow faster than it's taking this person to color that flower with those leaves. There was one thing that I colored recently that I think it was one of Dawn's. I was really worried that I wasn't going to be able to do it, but I did it. All right, so now I'm into the orange. Orange. Put some right here. Just randomly picking a place. I think I don't like them because they get stuck. You would watch me color on and off all day? You crazy person, Jamie. Crazy. Crazy is what I say. You know, some people compare it to watching like videos where they do, is it videos that they're doing nails that they do that? Or a makeup and they go to sleep to the sound of the voice. But there's a whole thing that is like about that. The sound of people's voices or the scratching of the, like if I didn't talk and you just listen to the scratching of the pen. Let's try that for a couple of minutes. I'm not sure I like it. All I can hear is the hum of the lawnmower outside my window. You could watch me paint all day, Rhonda. Rhonda can't hear what I just said, though. I need to work on a painting. I have a painting that's been bouncing around in my head over the past couple of weeks, actually, and I want to, I need to take care of getting that out of my head. Putting it on canvas. I can't even describe it. It's just bouncing around inside me head. Inside me head. It's bouncing around inside me head. I'm just sticking with these 4 colors, right? Orange, blue, green, yellow. Now, see, I hate when this happens. When you color something and then the color is next to the other color. Does anybody else get annoyed when that happens? I'll put some yellow right here. I gotta say one thing about these smooth gel pens. The caps really stay. Put some more orange up here. Did it take you a couple of days? I don't think my voice is to meditate to. That would be crazy. Maybe I should try a meditation video. You know, sit quietly. No, I'm already laughing, Jamie. Jamie, I'm already laughing now. Sit quietly. Place your hands in your lap. Visualize sitting on the edge of a lake. Close your eyes. Don't do this while driving. Well, now I'm laughing inside. I could listen to you talk all day long. You guys are crazy. Is it the accent, Julie? Is that what the problem is? Is that what it is? Okay. I'm still sticking with my gel pens here, right? What do you think? I'm going to stick with the same theme here to make it consistent. So it kind of creates a rhythm throughout it, like a rhythm as we're going along. Yeah, the meditation videos are funny, Jamie. I agree with you. Some of them are pretty hilarious. But then again, it's all about being able to focus your mind, right? To be able to focus. It doesn't have to, it's a guided meditation. Some of it's a guided meditation because, see, that crazy pen is stuck now. Some of it is a guided meditation because some people just can't focus. They can't focus their mind. Don't do this while you're driving. Exactly, Chris, right? Don't do this while driving. Close your eyes. Please don't do that while you're driving. Can you believe, but you know what? Some of them actually do say that. Because people are that crazy, Chris, right? That they would. It's like I was listening to a meditation tape while I was driving. That was the cause of my accident. You never know, right? Someone would. Oh my goodness. Crazy. Oh, it's the little things that just make me crack up. You got to admit, right? It's the little things in life that just kind of crack you up. I guess this orange, you know, pen is very relaxing too. Put some more orange right here. And then, oh, I forgot this green. I have 2 greens for some reason. Why do I have 2 greens? Kind of like this one better than the other. Again, stuck. Back to yellow. They are that crazy. I do kind of find their voices annoying too. Trish, you need to send me that information, by the way. Now that you're putting a bug in my ear because I'm seeing your name there. Yeah, I find the voices a little annoying too. Especially when they're like telling you what to do. Close your eyes. You're walking through a flower-filled meadow. You know what it's making me think of? It's making me think of Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory. It's making me think of Sheldon Cooper and what his reaction would be to a meditation tape. And, all right, I have to say this. Now, maybe I'm going to get a lot of slack for what I'm going to say. A lot of slack or flack. Is it flack or slack? Flack, right? All right. You know that teenager, Greta, what is her last name? The one that's all about the climate change. That addressed the UN. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? Before I continue, I want to make sure everyone knows who I'm talking about, because it is key that you know who I'm talking about. Because if not, we have no purpose here. No, if not, does anybody know who I'm talking about with Greta? They make me laugh so hard, it's hard to concentrate. Do they really? It's okay, Trish. No pressure. You have till tomorrow. I just figured I'd put a bug in your ear. Did anyone listen to the speech that that girl Greta made to the UN about climate change? And this isn't a serious thing either. I'm not going to go on my like climate change thing here. That's not what it's about. This is what I'm talking about. She's from Sweden. Isn't she from Sweden? And she has a Swedish accent. Now, you know what first thing I thought of when I was listening to her speech to the UN was that, boy, first of all, she's very knowledgeable and good for her, right? For being a teenager and addressing the UN. Like, I mean, how many of us can get up in front of the UN and talk about climate change, right? But here's this kid doing it. But I did also think I could not help think to myself, right? Pressure is remembering. All right, I could not help to think to myself about this Greta teenager. How effective would that same speech have been if a 16-year-old from the United States made the same speech with a New York accent? Come on, did anyone else think of this? Did anyone else think that when she said, "How dare you," if maybe she said in the way she said it, the way she was talking? Is anyone else interested? Did anyone else catch this? Chris, did you watch it? When she said, "How dare you," like that? Like, could you imagine like a kid from like the Bronx saying that? I don't think it would have had the same impact, to be honest with you. Maybe it's just my twisted humor inside me, you know? My twisted way. I feel like I'm missing a pen here. I don't know what happened. Am I? No. Not so much. Okay, I'm going to put this one with green. And then, see, the green is kind of getting like too much. Put orange here. Orange over here. She was talking about climate change, Trish. She was talking about how how the younger generation needs to be, like, she's trying to get people to take it seriously, that here they are, this younger generation, and climate change is a serious thing, and climate change is a big deal, and why isn't anyone paying attention, and we need to really be aware about what's going on, and you need to, like, do something about it. Like, stop what we're doing as a planet and as across the world when it comes to how we're treating the planet type thing. Anyway, what struck me was that her accent was just very, like, it had a huge impact, in my opinion, based on the accent. All right, so now I'm stuck here because some of my colors are going to be next to each other. I mean, okay, I'm going to pop some yellow over in this corner. Do you guys see that Friends is no longer going to be on Netflix? What are we going to do? We're going to have to what happened? We're not going to be able to pivot anymore. I don't know. Did you guys see that? Friends is leaving Netflix, and they're going to replace it with Seinfeld. But I do love Seinfeld. Dawn is saying it probably would not, but she has Asperger's also. Oh, really? I have read her story, and she has done all this on her own. She has gotten a lot of young people up and going. She's amazing, actually, Dawn. I agree with you. She's really, she really is amazing. But I just thought to myself, is it her accent that's really helping her? I actually think it is. I mean, although maybe it just would have a different impact. She just kind of gave me this feeling that she's, like, in charge, you know? And that no matter what you said to her, she was going to reprimand you. And no matter how old you are in trouble, right? With her. Yeah, she's amazing. I need to watch more of it. There's just, like, so much information about it. And I think her mother is a violinist in a philharmonic or something like that. She was doing an interview and somebody said to her, what do you think about your mom's performance or something, or her music? She said, I don't really care. And she was just like that. Like, I don't really care. I just feel like whoever she's talking to is going to be in trouble. It's like she's going to tell, like, some, like, 70-year-old stuffed shirt guy to go in the corner. Yeah, it's not going to be on anymore, Chris. We're going to have to be now dealing with George Costanza from Seinfeld now, and Jerry and Elaine, and of course our friend Kramer. I like Frasier more than I like Friends. He completely cracks me up. He's such a twisted, troubled person that's supposed to be helping everybody, but he's got some serious problems himself. I mean, the character on the show, right? So it's not really like him himself. I'm going to miss it too, because I do kind of like, I watch it a lot to go to sleep. Last night, I found myself watching Andy Griffith. Andy Griffin? Griffith? Is it Griffith? I wish Laverne and Shirley was on Netflix. Wouldn't that be great? Or Third Rock from the Sun. There's another classic show. Although that Third Rock from the Sun, that, what is her name? One of the characters in Third Rock from the Sun is now on Mom. She's really funny. I don't remember her name, though. That's how much of an impact she's had on me, you know? Isn't it crazy how you can keep, like, watching something over and over and over, and then it's like, I don't even remember. It's like, I've been friends with you for so long. What's your name again? Right? feel like I have more of a system. The way I'm coloring this last section of these. I'm thinking maybe there should be a whole book of these crazy little things. Well, that would be a crazy book to draw. Let me tell you. I don't know if I could do it. Okay, last one. Can you hear the angels singing? There we go. Woohoo! Okay, I'm not going to layer those. Gotta catch up here. I know, I love Andy Griffith too. You were on a Fraser watching marathon. There's a mouthful, right? What's your favorite episode? My favorite episode is the episode where Niles goes to Fraser's apartment because he has a date for Valentine's Day, and he has a piece of thread hanging from his pants. I think it's season 14, episode 8. It's just my guess. And he sets the couch on fire. Did anyone ever see that? And it's the part that cracks me up the most is the dog, is Eddie, who's just sitting there could you imagine? That dog is hysterical. He's just sitting there in the midst of all of this thinking, these people are crazy. Don't you think? Yeah, it's just crazy. All right, so we've got this page complete. Got to get all this stuff out of the way. It's really not in the right spot. All right, so this is our kind of looks cool, doesn't it? You can kind of see the glittering through it, of the glitter from the pen through it as it layered. So we layered those colors. Now, what do we have next? This one is on Monday. And Monday's color along is blend and shade. So we're just going to jump into this mandala on Monday, just complete blend and shade. Just kind of playing around with it and making sure that we kind of go back to basics with blend and shade. We did this one with oil pastels. Let's see what else we have left in this book. This was a digital one, right? This Create a Great Life is for next Friday. And this one's on October 9th. So we don't have much left. We have this one that's coming up. And then this one on October 7th, I believe, which is a Monday. And then that's it. So all we have left is this one on October 7th. This one on September 30th. November. I'm already in November in my head. It's not good. This one on October 9th. And this one on October 4th. This has always been a question mark. When they got stuck in a spa. I don't think I saw that one. The one that they were supposed to go to, Chris, that they needed to have a special card to get in. And they found someone else's card or something. Was it that one? They're crazy. Aren't they? They're just crazy. The father cracks me up too. Kind of reminds me of watching King of Queens, because the father really kind of cracks me up on King of Queens. Yeah, Monday. Which one, Jean? Friday. I did say Friday. There was a Friday. Let's do that again here. Wednesday, October 9th for Fearless. Create a Great Life is Friday, October 4th. Right? And then, because next week we're coloring on Monday and Friday. So this one is November. Where is my head? September 30th. And then this one is the last one on November again. October 7th. Grayscale. How about, yeah, Andy Griffith is really good though, isn't it? You know, there's a different feel when you watch a show like that from long ago, isn't there? It's just the way it's filmed back in the day. Different type of filming. All right, so Color Along Volume 13, we begin this on October 14th. If you have not gotten this book yet, I'm calling this like the best Color Along book yet. What do you guys think? I think it's going to be the best Color Along yet. We're going to ring in 2020 with this book, so this is like the way to end the decade with this Color Along book. And we have a lot of good information in this book. We've got chalk pastels, pointillism, textures, cubism, blend and shade, Mondrian. We're going to talk about Mondrian with some different Piet Mondrian artists in the 20th century, and we're going to do a coloring page based on that. We're going to do a coloring page based on a style of Andy Warhol. We're going to tackle crayons and oil, warm colors, gel pens, oil pastels, bolding, monochromatic, 5 colors, pop art, tie-dye. That's going to be fun. That's a new one. Tea stained is a new one. Doodling, impressionism, stained glass. It's going to be a lot of fun. And coloring camp begins on October 20th. I'm so excited about coloring camp this time around because coloring camp this time has not only 1 giveaway per day, but 2. So coloring camp is going to be very cool this time because look at the stuff that is happening. First of all, let's talk about the dirt. Let's talk about the good stuff, right? The goodies, the giveaways. We've got so many different artists that said yes to help sponsor coloring camp this time around. It's unbelievable. Dawn Boyer, Nola Hinsel, Jeanette Wummel, Xenia Zilli, and myself are all giving away a coloring book for that week. So every day, 2 people will win something. Then we also have Scorpion pencils, Black Widow Scorpion pencils. Black Widow is giving away 3 sets of Scorpion pencils. Amazing. Just amazing. And Trish Foyle is going to give away something also, so I'm just going to get confirmation. I just got to get confirmation from her. Mary Whitworth is a paparazzi rep, and she's giving away some paparazzi jewelry. What else do we have? Oh, Melody Jones is creating a journal, a custom handmade journal, and we'll be giving that away. That's going to be so exciting. She's been working on that. We spent some time on the phone the other day, which is always fun to talk to Melody. But we spent some time on the phone the other day going over all of the things that she was going to do, and I can't wait to see it. And then we are going to, that's about it, right? So I've got a coloring book for that one. I've got a couple of other good other things that are not coloring books, but other products. I'm either going to do a painting, or I've got some color your own zipper pouches. I'm not sure. I've got to kind of look through my stash of what I have. And then we're going to tackle the watercolor effect, stained glass, drawer mandala, cubism, grayscale photograph, leaves, and impressionism. Krista says she's getting her book next week. Awesome. Yeah, so, I mean, as long as you have your book in time, you know, if you want to buy the book on October 13th, then, you know, give me a minute to add you to the group. But you can get the book on Amazon. It's $19.99 to be part of Coloring Camp. And you know what? There's over $200 worth of prizes. I added them up the other day. Here's my little, like, map in the corner. I added them up, and there's about $200 worth of prizes happening. This is a page that has never, ever been featured anywhere in a book that I did exclusively for this in a totally different style. And this is for our Color Together page. And it's kind of got a little bit of a fall theme to it with some pumpkin pages. Coloring Challenge has a pumpkin theme. We're using impressions of that. We've got some leaves that we're going to tackle. Grayscale photograph. Cubism. This is always fun. This is always one of my favorites. And stained glass for this one, and watercolor effect, which is kind of a very, like, you know, abstract style page. And then, as always, the camp books have activity pages. So we've got a coloring page. We have a word scramble. I've got to get cracking. I got to start working on these. We have a word search, a maze, and a journal page. And then the book also has color swatch charts in it. So I think it's a good deal. I think it's like getting the book, and it comes along with 7 days of coloring tutorials. Replays are always available, so you can sign up for Coloring Camp. If you happen to miss a video, you can always go back. They're on there. They're there forever, indefinitely, you know. And that's about it. So if anyone has any questions about Coloring Camp or Color Along Volume 13, or anything that we did today, please be sure to just let me know, and I will get back to you. And that's about it. I'll see everyone on Monday for the next Color Along. And then for all of you that are in the painting class, painting membership class, I will see you on, I'll see you tomorrow. See you on tomorrow, Saturday. And I'll talk to you. Mary, you found us. Where have you been? We thought that maybe you were lost running around Facebook, but there you are. Okay. So we'll see everyone on Monday. Thanks for joining me today, everyone. Have a great day.